morning, everyone. Today I am on location here at Strautman Landing Park, and it's actually adjacent directly towards right next to Oaks Quarry Park, which is one of my favorite locations in general that I've been to for hiking and nature photography. But it's also a video I've also filmed for the on location series here. Excuse all the highway traffic right beside me here, and there's some kind of high winds every now and then, some big gusts that keep forming and everything, so bear with me here. But it's a very small location. It's only about 16 acres, and it actually follows a petroleum pipeline. As you can see behind me here, this little clear cut just kind of straight away over here. It's a very small place. It's probably gonna be the smallest place I go to for this on location series, just because there's really no real defined trail, and I'm just going along this petroleum pipeway that's situated, like I said, next to the quarry that's over here behind me. So it's really not like a place that it's owned by the local town, the city of Fairborn, but it's not really like a publicized kind of location. But I did kind of dig through and do my own research because I was curious about this little kind of grassland, kind of like scrubby kind of habitat that is kind of similar to the quarry over there, kind of habitat. And so I was like looking at the website for the city of Fairborn, and it says that's the name of it, I guess, and it gives the acres of how many are here at this place, and it doesn't really give much else other kind of info, unfortunately. But of course that's okay. But it's a place I've gone down here once just to kind of pre-scout and see what's up with this location. And right now I'm focusing, trying to go, as you can tell by my camouflage, I'm trying to focus on birds today, just because I'm kind of in a birding mood, and looking for woodcocks in particular, because they could be out in this kind of scrubby, kind of flat land kind of habitat. So far no luck. Sunrise is starting to get over here behind me, but I haven't heard any or seen any, unfortunately, because it is mating season for them as well. They give their nice peent call and their big displays and flights just all around. So haven't had much luck with them, unfortunately. And so yeah, the lighting conditions look like it's gonna be a very blue sky day, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm gonna make the most of it while it's on this other side behind all this tree line, and see if I can still take some great photographs, hopefully before it just gets too bright and at midday. But like I said, the sun just rose over top there, as you can tell, so I'm not really too concerned about it quite yet. I'm more concerned about just getting on the ground and just keep moving along and seeing really what I can find. And I'm also going to be going actually possibly down there to a smaller community park that's connected here called Township Park. So this is going to be a little bit of a combined video. They're both relatively small locations that are, like I said, connected to Oaks Quarry over here, and I'm looking forward to sharing both of them with you. And the neat thing about Township Park is that it has some paved kind of walkway just for pedestrians and all that sort, but there's a pretty decent sized pond or lake, and I've found ringneck ducks in particular are pretty common there. I'd say about this time of year, early spring, if you're lucky. I know I've seen them in previous years, and so I'm hoping there's some kind of ducks or any kind of waterfowl or water birds, for that matter. So it's just a potential to see them. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% guaranteed, but it's always worthwhile when I'm over here in this area, this general area that is, to just go over there and check them out and see if there is any kind of water birds of that sort. So yeah, I think with that being said, I'm gonna try and go for some bird shots today. If not, there was a little creek over there actually, as I move my way into Strautland here, that I may check out. Maybe might do a long exposure of, I don't know, it's an idea at least, because it was flowing out pretty well, just crossing right over the this pipeline that's just cleared out over here. So yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna keep continuing here, and probably make our way to Bath Township Park, which, like I said, is just right down there. If you can see the paved pathway, hopefully you can see it at least. And yeah, so hopefully we can get some good bird and wildlife shots today. So let's go ahead and get started. at several different times, and I always usually go from that end over there because where Oaks Quarry connects to actually Pearl's Fen, another place I made a video at. Is that, you know, all these places are connected around here. It's pretty cool. But I usually come from down there, and it circles around the lake down there, and then I end up right around here. But this time, since I came from, I guess, the back door from Strautman Landing, I'm actually on this side, which is an interesting vantage point, just because it's a different perspective, I guess. But I did actually see about 7 or 8 ringneck ducks, and then a Canada goose flew in right to the water. They're out of view from here now. They kind of went around the little hook around there on the right side of me. But you know, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool to see that all these ducks arriving. So I'm actually going to, I found this little kind of, I don't know what you call this thing, concrete thing where the pipes are down here, but you know, I'm just kind of like huddled in this, almost like a makeshift wildlife blind, which is pretty funny, I think. As you can see, I just kind of settled in for a few minutes here, just kind of viewing the ducks and everything, and seeing really what I guess my plan of attack is going to be. So since they're moved all the way down there, I think I'm going to circle around on the paved path. Since I'm camouflaged, I feel like I can actually blend in pretty well to all this brown and dry, you know, vegetation around me. And I'm going to see if I can get closer, maybe get some shots, at least perhaps on the other side over there. So yeah, I'll get back to you and I'll see what becomes of it, I guess. Hopefully I get some shots for it though, to reward myself for this morning out here, because it's really cold and windy. It's just, you know, really frigid temperatures, even though spring is starting up real soon here. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get over there. So as you can tell, the sun's really just piercing through just everything right now. So it's really bright, vibrant sunrise. But you know, I'm at about 8 species right here at Bath Township Park, which is pretty nice. And upon further idea of these ducks over here I'm looking at, looks like there's about 8 or looks like there's about 7 of them actually. It's hard to tell from a distance, but I guess I do have binoculars and a telephoto lens for that reason. Silly me. But yeah, I'm picking them apart, and it looks like they're not all ringneck ducks. I'm seeing maybe 1, maybe 2 male lesser scalps. And those 2 species kind of look similar. They kind of go hand in hand, at least in physical, you know, coloration and their features and all that. But you know, I can pick apart the details, like the white band around the beak of the ringneck ducks seems to be absent, at least 1 or 2 of them. And the back patterns all on their feathers as they're swimming along in the water, you know, it just looks different overall, the whole plumage. But I mean, the colors and everything, at a glance, everything looks like it would be the exact same bird. But you know, I'm thinking there's 2 different species of duck here, which I mean is perfectly, you know, possible. You know, I'm not gonna rule it out, of course, simply because these flocks of ducks and waterfowl seem to mix up pretty often. So as you can tell, I'm just kind of like sitting here. I'm just right along the edge of the water. I found this nice vantage point, so I'm just kind of hanging out here, trying to blend in with my surroundings. I'm seeing if I can truly just, if I sit down and just be real quiet, if they can actually come closer to me. And with this almost still golden hour light, still kind of getting brighter and brighter, minute by minute, really. But you know, if they can, you know, get in this light and be all illuminated, I think they'll look really cool, especially with their orange eyes. But right now they're kind of deep in the shadow. It's like they almost planned it. So now the sunlight's over here on this side, and I come over here on this side. They're all the way back over there where I was at my little makeshift wildlife blind. But you know, I'm gonna wait here, sit around for a while. I'm not in any real hurry, and I'm gonna see if they can maybe slowly come over here. That'd be kind of cool. Get some eye level shots potentially. It's always a possibility, I think, and I'm hoping for it. But right now I'm just seeing them all dive right now, which is pretty cool to see from diving ducks, I think. You know, especially more special species than such as this. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a few. I'm gonna see if I can get any closer shots, and hopefully I can. And the Canada geese flew away. There's actually 3 of them total, which is cool. Yep, I'll get back to you and see, hopefully I can get some photos of them. Alright everyone, I spent a considerable amount of time hanging out by that little pond, that little lake there, looking at those ring-necked ducks and the lesser scout. I didn't really get any shots that I really was too proud of, beyond just a handful of documentation shots, which I mean is okay, I guess. You know, you always want to get the best photos possible as much as you can. And so yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good morning out overall. A little bit chilly and cold. The wind really just wears you down overall. I think that's probably one of my least favorite things about going out hiking, is when it's both cold and windy at the same time. But the sun's out in full force now, as we're approaching late morning here, and the lighting just means it's going to be a much higher contrast. And for those ducks in particular, it's getting really difficult to expose for them and to even make a sharp photograph, simply because they were so far away, of course. And I was even shooting at f9, trying to get them all in at least some kind of focus, but it's just really difficult, and they're so far away that the shots aren't quite as impressive as they could be. So yeah, other than that, check out the rest of the park. Wasn't really too much else going on. A few robins out in the kind of flat lawn kind of grass there, along the paved multi-use path, and that's pretty much it. Heard a few woodpeckers, a couple Canada geese keep flying in and out of that same body of water, and that was pretty much it. So beyond that, not much else here, but I'm making my way back, so I'm basically working backwards now and going to Strautman Landing Park. At least I am right now, so as I exit Bath Township Park. And so I'm way up this hill, and I'm going to see if there's any other birds. You never know, could be. But like I said, the sunlight's just kind of making it less likely, so especially as we approach midday here. Probably going to be seeing less birds as a consequence, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you in a little bit, and then we'll say our parting words for the day. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. See, it's not really a snoozer. It's not really much going on overall, simply because there wasn't much shots that I really got that I'm quite proud of, quite frankly. But I'm going to include a few of the duck shots just because it's a pretty cool species, and I'm happy to at least see them a little bit more and observe just them diving, and just their wildlife behavior is pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, not too much else going on. But it's just nice to scout these locations and just see what it has more to offer. In particular, actually, all these different creek crossings I'm seeing are really neat, actually. So I've never actually photographed them, at least in a long exposure style. So that's definitely something I'll probably consider in the future. Obviously, when the lighting's not quite as harsh as it is right now. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So just got a couple bird shots. Saw I think about almost a dozen species total, which is pretty good for just a small location like this. It's not really like a big birding hotspot, at least in my area. So, but nonetheless, it's still a pretty good amount, I would say. So we'll leave it at that. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. This has been Strautman Landing Park and Bath Township Park, and until next time, make sure to get out here. Thank you.